Hello class, my name is Claire Knott and this is my Aviation Leadership Service project for Liberty University. Let's get started. Overview and objectives. So my service project's main goal was to inspire the next generation of female pilots and to get more girls interested in aviation. I wanted to find young girls who want to be a future pilot and give them the opportunity to go flying with my instructor and I and see what it's like to be a student pilot, because I'm currently a student pilot. So I wanted to see if any other girls would be interested in doing what I'm doing and to inspire them. So the main reason I chose this project is because without outside influence and other people, I wouldn't have known I wanted to be a pilot. So I want to help other girls realize their potential and see if aviation is something that interests them. The objectives for my service project were to go to the homeschool program and find girls who would be interested in flying. So my mom works at a homeschool program and I was going to go there, recruit some girls, and then exchange information with the participants and their parents. I was going to pick up the girls at the homeschool program on the designated day and drive them to the airport. I would show the girls around the flight school, have them meet my instructor, take some pictures, learn about aviation, and then take them up to go fly for like an hour or so. Then after all that was done, I would take the participants back to the homeschool program for them to be picked up by their parents. Team members and participants. So the two people I teamed up with was Taylor, my stepdad, and Carly, my CFI. And we had to communicate with my flight school too to get the paperwork and the waivers and everything signed and approved, so we had to work with them too. And for the project, Carly and I were going to take the girls up in a Cessna 172 to do an hour-long lesson, and then my stepdad is going to drive us to the airport and back in a Suburban. So we could only find one participant to do the project, and her name was Emma. And the goal was to get at least like 2 to 4 girls, but we could only find one who wanted to fly and whose parents would let her go. So my action plan was pretty straightforward. My team and I were able to find dates that worked for all of us. So first, I would join my mom at the homeschool hybrid program she teaches at and then ask girls from the program if they wanted to go fly or not on November 14th. And then on November 17th is the day we went to the airport to go fly. So we picked up the participant Emma from the homeschool program and we all drove to the airport. And then later that morning, we would arrive at the flight school. We met the CFI and then we would go flying and take pictures and all that. Then afternoon, once we were all done, we would finish the flight and then go drive back to the homeschool program. Thankfully, we didn't need to use a contingency plan, but just in case we did, if there was a weather complication, someone got sick, or if for whatever reason someone couldn't show up, we would just have to find another date that worked for all of us in the next couple of weeks, but thankfully we didn't need to do that. Leader Strengths Application. So from the StrengthsFinder 2.0, the 5 ones that I got were analytical, context, focus, intellection, and strategic. So for this project, I had to go out and recruit people, which is a little bit outside of my comfort zone, but I had to find the courage and ask the girls, and then once everything was said and done, then I was able to use my strengths to get the project set up and make sure everyone was on the same page and communicate to everyone. So the who, where, when, what, why, and how. So my team members were me, Taylor, Carly, and then the participant was Emma, where we would drive from the homeschool program to the Nashville International Airport, and then the date that this happened was Friday, November 17th. And then what happened was flight lesson, and then Emma was the backseater on one of my flight lessons. And then the reason is to bring girls to aviation, to inspire them. And then this happened because of good communication and planning. So reflection. So after the project, I did a little bit of reflection and thought about how it went overall. My leadership skills came in handy at some points of the project, but I also had to step outside my comfort zone a little bit to find these girls and to go up and ask them. So the leadership skills that I did utilize for this project were focus, context, and strategic. I was able to get it all running. Everything worked pretty smoothly, so I'm glad for that. I'm grateful for that. And then, what would I do differently if I did it over again? I would probably go to more than just one place to recruit girls. I only went to the one homeschool program my mom teaches at, and I probably could have found more girls in a different place. And then also something else I would do differently is give the girls their own discovery flight instead of having them backseat on one of my lessons. So the continued reflection is, thankfully, what went right is that the weather cooperated, everything ran pretty smoothly, it wasn't late, and then we didn't have to use the contingency plan. And something that could have gone better is that finding more people to participate. And then my advice for classmates, if you guys want to try this, is to plan these events carefully. Make sure your flight school knows, make plans with them, make sure everything's approved, and then find people who are willing to help you inspire the next generation of aviators. Thank you all so much for watching and have a good day.